Anna, let me ask you, Democrats today hyperventilating over this audio obtained by The Nation magazine. It's McConnell saying that the Republican Party will be attaching riders on spending bills to force the president's hand on everything from Obamacare to funding for the EPA. He made the comments 2 months ago to a group of donors, including the infamous Koch brothers. Take a listen.
We will be pushing back against this drug by doing what's called placing riders in the bill. No money for the chance to do this or to do that. We're going to go after all health care, on financial services, on environmental protection agencies, across the board.
A recording apparently made with 2 tin cans and a piece of string. Dan, his opponent, Allison Grimes, reacted in an exclusive interview with you. What did she have to say?
Well, she was very eager to jump on this. Listen to what she said, and we'll talk about it on the other side.
I think Mitch McConnell got caught in his 47% Mitt Romney moment. I think it shows the extent and the lengths he will go to pander to his party, millionaires and billionaires, at the expense of hurting Kentuckians.
So, Dana,
yeah.
I don't think it's a 47% moment quite, right? Because he made very similar comments to Politico on the record.
Well, there's that, but I think if you sort of take it back a couple of steps and look at the context of this, Jake, you know that Democrats have been sort of foaming at the mouth when it comes to the Koch brothers, because they have polling across the board in all of these races that shows that they do well when they make it about Republicans being in the pocket of millionaires and billionaires. That wasn't an accident that Grimes used those words. And it's us against them. And that's why you see the Koch brothers in so many ads in campaigns, and also why you see Democrats trying to use this as a narrative. However, you are absolutely right that Mitch McConnell has said a lot of this publicly, almost all of it publicly. And I asked him about that today, and here's what he said.
I didn't say anything in the private meeting I haven't said publicly.
So there you go. He completely stood by it. He basically said, give me a break. Some of the other things he said was in this secret audio was that he doesn't support the minimum wage increase, that he doesn't support the Democrats on student loans, that he doesn't support unemployment insurance extensions. Again, that's all stuff that he's supported publicly and voted on or against. So I think the concept of Democrats having this and having it the ability to hang it on him as a Koch brothers is something that is not great for McConnell, but it might not have the legs, certainly doesn't have the kind of impact of the 47% moment. I agree with you.
Democrats do point out that the one thing that he didn't say to Politico, Jonathan, that he did say in this private meeting is attaching riders on financial services, and that feeds into the whole how much is any Republican in the pocket of Wall Street. But I want to turn to your article because it's very interesting. One thing, the Rodney Dangerfield moment, he keeps on saying every time he sees you that he is 8-0. He has never lost an election. He really feels like he hasn't been given enough credit, it sounded like.
You think of Mitch McConnell, Jake, you think of a lot of things, but it's sort of needy and looking for validation.
That's not one of them.
At age 72,
right.
After 30 years in the Senate, is not one of them.
Right.
And I was so struck by it. Look, part of it is shtick. Part of it is he likes to cultivate this outsider image, even though he's the consummate insider at the pinnacle of Washington power. He likes to cultivate this idea that he's fighting the sort of liberal elites. So it's partly that. But I think there's something authentic there. He really does care about history. He's immersed in it. He deeply cares about his place in his state's history and in the country's history. And I think he believes that he has not been accorded the respect that he deserves over the course of a long political career because people don't like the way, frankly, that he runs his campaigns and the way that he conducts his politics. Look, Lamar Alexander told me this. He's won because he's run scorched earth campaigns. He's not run positive, happy campaigns. He's won ugly. He's won, but it hasn't been pretty. And that's why today he's so unpopular back home.
And I think 7 of the 8 people he defeated have never run for office again. That's how tough the campaigns were. Jonathan Martin and Dana Bash, thank you so much. Coming up, their job is to serve and protect. So why isn't anyone tracking the number of people killed by